Hi, it's Alaska Granny. In the last week, we had a 5.0 earthquake, and then we had huge winds that threatened to knock out the power. It made me sit up and think, where is my bug out bag, and is it really up to date? So I wanted to review with you quickly the 10 essential items you need in your bug out bag so that if you have an emergency, you can grab and go. Do you have some food and water? Do you have some warm clothing? How about something like a sleeping bag, a bivy bag, or a tent in case you needed to provide a shelter for yourself? Do you have a flashlight with some fresh batteries? How about your first aid kit? Are you taking prescription medications, a few extras of those medicines with your bug out gear? Then you need a copy of all of your identification, your most important papers you would need to have if you couldn't go back to your home. You also need a written copy of your contact list, your most important people you would need to call. We rely too much on our cell phones pushing a button and it remembers for us. But in an emergency, you might need to get out a piece of paper and tell someone, can you call this number for me? You need to have your numbers of your family members, maybe your boss, maybe your doctor's office, your child's school or daycare center. Figure out who you would need to call in an emergency, and those are the numbers that need to be on your list. Then you need to have some cash. Stash some cash. Everybody can figure out how to put a few dollars aside. In a real emergency, if you were forced to leave your home, having a stash of cash could be the difference between making your life comfortable or miserable. Make sure you stock up on ones, fives, and tens. You don't want to find a spot where, say, the ATM isn't working or the cash registers aren't working, and you want to buy a bottle of water. The clerk might say, sure, I'll trade you for the $20 bill, but I can't make change. Wouldn't you rather be able to peel off a few ones and get something you need? Go through your bug out bag, make sure it's up to date, you know where it is, and then put it somewhere where you could grab and go if you needed to. A good habit to get into is keeping your car's gas tank at least half full. If you make a habit of filling up when the needle starts to drop, then you aren't going to find yourself in an emergency where you don't have gas in the car and you can't get away. You don't want to be the last one in a long line trying to get the last bit of gas. And if the power goes out, a lot of times no gas can be pumped. They just don't have the capability to provide that. So don't compound an emergency by lackadaisical planning. Figure out what you would need, where you would go, and how you would get there. Do it now while things are good and easy so that when an emergency comes along, you can just put your plan into action, get busy, take care of business, and find out that you're going to do the best you can with whatever comes your way. Learn more at alaskagranny.com. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.